There we go. Hey, everybody, how's it going out there? My name is Daniel Sincere, and I'm so glad you're here. I'm trying out, also streaming on TikTok on my phone. I got my hand I got the camera showing the keyboard, so we'll see how that goes out. Oh, man. We as humans are interdependent people, and what am I supposed to do? TikTok wants me to swipe? Okay, yeah, whatever. Uh, TikTok wants me to. Okay, anyway. Yeah, today we're working on a bug fix for Android that someone pointed out last Saturday, a week ago, when I met them. They were so excited about the app. But yeah, as you can see here, South Ferry Loop is what the station we're looking at right now. But the arrow is not pointing to South Ferry Loop. We are need to need to fix that up today. So let's see. So if I zoom into like a regular amount and I click on the stop, yeah, if I click on, so here it works at sort of this zoom level. If I zoom out a little bit more, that also worked. If I zoom out a little bit more. I see. So at max zoom, it's really obvious what's happening. But at sort of more zoomed in levels, it's a little bit more subtle. Okay, so this is definitely a bug. Let's see. Let's look at some code and see if we can find out where this is happening. So let's close all these tabs that are open. And let's see. That's probably the map screen. Here's the map view. And we also have the pop over. And I don't remember where the code is that places it. So let's try to find that. Let's see. Aiden in the chat says never ending bugs. I ran into a stupid problem just in my code. Yeah, by the time I die, I'm not going to be perfect either. So I think the pressure's off. It's like I'm going to be as best as I can by the time I die. And before that, hopefully I get close. I guess Martin Scorsese was saying something like this recently. Like he's just now understanding the medium of film, which I guess sounds ridiculous to, I don't know. He's supposedly like one of the great filmmakers. But yeah, I do become more aware of my shortcomings and all that. Some days I feel invincible, and other days I feel like I'm never gonna make it. I don't know. This is exciting. Okay, so here's where we are scaling the tap. So if we are at this zoom level, it's definitely a little bit off. Aiden says, I literally return the res function instead of just calling the res function. Oh, are you doing some Android stuff also? Yeah, zoomed all the way in. It's like perfect. At this zoom level, it's just a little bit off. I wonder if maybe something in the top left, if we have like the same issue. Oh, interesting. Wait, why are we getting no data available? Oh, is there no one train all the way up there today? Let's check the service alerts. Yeah, no one train at Van Cortlandt Park. I guess it's just that one station. Oh, is this is this another bug? No, it just took a minute. Aiden says doing some back-end TypeScript stuff, working with a template. Oh, nice. So over here, I'm guessing my math has got to be wrong, right? And as the scale increases, that kind of makes things just a little bit worse. But I guess at the very zoomed in level, it is the right it is correct. So yeah, I think we need to log some stuff to see what's going on. How do we log in Android? It has been a minute. Yeah, let's just get all this stuff printed out. You don't need to have it all. And then what's offset coming from? And how's that different from scroll? Well, let's just print them all out. This is going to be a million lines. I'm going to combine them. And then we have scale. The aim, says Aiden, is I can use it at uni and for personal projects. You don't need to have it all. So I did not see any log statement at all come through here. I guess it might also be like when we show the popover. Looks like this is just confirming that the tap happened. Do we have a log function? Require double found string. I guess I'll restart it in debug mode, see if that helps. I do not know. So when the map gets found, so here we show the popover, and then how do we decide where to put the popover? This dot focus map center. Is the popover? Oh, looks like it is. Left margin. Oh, I wonder if I'm not moving the map correctly. Yeah, because this is just making sure that it's centered in the screen. Oh, am I still in debug mode? Let's turn that off. Yeah, so I'm moving the map behind the popover. And the popover is always kind of in the same spot. Yeah, so, oh, I see. There's no map to scroll up from. I see. I think on iOS I do this by detecting that and flipping that popover. Let's see. So I guess this is a decision to make. Do I want to copy what I did on iOS, or do I want to try something new on Android, like giving it some overscroll area? A little bit of overscroll could be nice. Oops. But if I'm zoomed out all the way... Oh, okay. So if I'm zoomed out all the way and I do something like actually in the middle... No, it's still kind of wrong. Oh, yeah, because it's hitting the bottom of the map. Oh, fascinating. Wow, huh. What am I doing on iOS for that? Let me get out a phone. Oh, on iOS, if you're too far zoomed out, I zoom you in. I zoom the map in. That is clever. So I guess I want to also set the zoom. And I guess I kind of want to see what I do on, on iOS. So did receive tap, we send that out. And then yeah, we'll zoom relative to point. I think that's used in there. Oh my God, Objective-C code. Yeah, here we get the center on the map, and then we focus on that. So I think that's what I need to do for something similar for Android. And I'm kind of rushing myself here. I think I need to slow down a little bit. Where am I setting the zoom though on iOS when I tap? Is it inside of this focus? Just following it inside. Set limited content offset. I think it's supposed to be part of this zoom to relative to point, but I don't see that called here, which is a little confusing. Did I miss it? Yeah, so this is just getting the point from the database of where the map location is. And then we focus on it. But where is the zoom happening? That's a pretty sweet zoom. So I'm looking for where the tap happens in my iOS code so I can try to copy it over to the Android side. This is it's so clever I can't figure out what I did. Yeah, this is all stuff like for the popover itself. I'm not zooming the map here. I guess I can go backwards. I know that I'm calling zoom to relative point at some point, and I guess I can try to find out where. Oh man, I remember writing this code. This was so annoying to write. Hey folks on TikTok, I'm also streaming on Twitch where you can see the code and my face and have way better audio. I have no idea what you can hear. Here we go. Here's animate 2. We set the zoom scale to the target zoom, and we animate moving the center of the, what is it, center on? Does this move the, yeah, this is something where I do like Android Studio better than Xcode. You can command click and see the implementation of your interface. So we have to copy it and search for it. Huh? Where's the implementation of this? I think I need to make a little worksheet for what we've figured out so far. Okay, so Android popover debugging. So far, what we learned is that the popover is misplaced when zoomed out because there is no more map to scroll. Can solve with overscroll, can solve with zooming the map in, which is what I do on iOS. So how, when do I zoom the map in on iOS? It seems to be before showing the popover, but I can't find it yet. My function names are named terribly. No, we don't need to assign blame right now. Let's see. That's 4:30. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. Be right back. Okay. I was also doing too many things new at the same time. Adding the TikTok stream, and I was trying to stand while coding, which was not going well. So we're sitting again. So let's see. So we can continue to try to figure out what was happening on iOS to try to replicate it, or I can try to kind of re-implement it from scratch on Android. And I think I'm going to dip into that a little bit here. So when do I show the popover? So here I create it. Does this have a reference to the map view? It doesn't look like it. So I guess when we focus, we also want to go to a zoom level. What happens when we just scale it to 1 or 0.5? Doesn't look like that did much of anything. So if we zoom out this far, okay, so it did change the scale. Just now it takes 2 taps now. Okay. Let's see if we can put it inside this focus thing. Let's try doing it after. Okay, that looked nice, but it doesn't look like we zoomed at all. Yeah, it needs to happen first. Huh. It looks like that there's like an animation happening with the scale that's canceling the showing of the popover. What's this? The smooth scale from focal point. The animation should use the final scale. Do I get a callback when it finished though? I think I see what's happening. This on scale changed is we're canceling the popover here. Yeah, hide popover. Do I need to set like a state? Like if we're in the middle of zooming in, don't hide? Or like disable interactions? That could get a little funky. Oh, I wonder if I can like stack these timers inside of each other. Like wait for the zoom to happen and then shift. Oh, slide and center with scale. Maybe that's the one. Now it's just putting them in random spots. Let's see. I wonder if I set this to 0.5, like not use this, just go like to the scale that I'm trying to go to, if that'll make a difference. Not really. It seems to always be like pushing it up and to the left, no matter what. What if I just took that off? Well, we are getting something different. Fascinating. The final scale value of the layout should animate to. Let's randomly try this. What is this? Does this do anything different? Not exactly different. See if we zoom in all the way. We are kind of zoomed in all the way. So I think this was the closest that we had to what we wanted. Let's go back here to this kind of signpost and see if we can move forward again. No, now we're getting really weird stuff. That's something. Yeah, now we just have that double animation problem again. Which this seemed to, looks like this is right, but it doesn't actually do what I want it to do. So it's not right. Well, I guess we can write that into our notes. Writing the notes helps me slow down, which helps me actually notice where the problems are. So scaling and then sliding in tapping map view.focus gets us to the right location, but changing the scale dismisses the popover. So we can set a bool to, so our options might be set a bool to, or I guess set state, set to disable the usual dismissing of the popover on zooming scroll. Try to use method seems to drop the popover in a random spot. What if we just did all of them? Nope, that's not it. But it doesn't dismiss the popover, which is kind of cool. I guess this is Roomba style programming, just kind of bumping into walls and seeing what happens. Hey, it's in the right spot, but let's go zoom out first. This is what the bug was. So zoom to the right spot, but the popover disappeared. Yeah, this one seems to be the closest so far. handle the scale property. If the view isn't laid out by the time the property is set, the next layout pass. I wish this gave a callback. Does this give a callback? Doesn't look like it. So let's try setting a variable. Set some state here. Yeah, let's make that private. I like that suggestion. Oh, I'm already checking on. Oh, interesting. Let's see if that helps. Colin and Android are not the enemies. It's up versus down, not left versus right. Hey, that worked. That worked. Oh my God. Setting a state is working. How's your side projects going, Tukes? Yeah, I can't get Locate Me to work on the Android emulator, so I'm not sure how to test it. Is this fixed? How can I break this? Yeah, so that still works. And then if I zoom, yep, that still works. Are we done? I feel like I need to do this here, but I'm not getting any feedback that that's true or not. Court Square is definitely the prettiest one, with the green, the purple, and the blue. And then, yeah, there's the M train also. I wonder, is the M train not running right now? Why does it take so long to render? This is like already loaded. M is suspended. Well, there you go. Weekend service. Okay, let's zoom, I guess, all the way out and click on something. Hey, it works. Oh, I guess we don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. So what are our changes now? I don't like this. This file just keeps flip-flopping. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Oh, I don't need this. Discard line. Math.log. Fix pop over bug that Jacob found. Yeah, we should probably just go ahead and release this. Where is it? Yeah, no idea how long that was going to take. But that's cool, 1 hour. I kind of planned for 2 hours. I guess the other bug I fixed this week ended up, I did 3 hours on it just to really get it looking good. So this coming in at 1 hour, that feels good. Android version bump. So then we can upload that bundle. Oh, I guess I can show this. This is the play console. I uploaded the binary we just built. We can write some release notes. This update fixes a bug where when, I guess that's a new sentence, yeah. When opening station popover, when zoomed out on the map would not zoom in, showing the popover at the wrong location on the map. Thank you, Jacob, for pointing this out to me. Oh, you're working on unit tests? Yeah, I'm not sure how I would unit test this. And then we can send one change for review. Yay. That means we have extra time to do something else. Oops. Unit testing your sign-up route. Let's see, there's always a million things to work on. I was thinking maybe working on some Swift 6 warnings with the spare time. Let's see, next Sunday is the Super Bowl, so another whole week for that. I guess Kendrick is doing the halftime show. I don't really enjoy football as much as I used to, but these halftime shows, like it was Usher last year, we had Rihanna recently, we had Snoop Dogg. Yeah, so I have all these main actor isolated instance methods. So yeah, this is already on main actor. So I guess these down here cannot be used to satisfy non-isolated. Oh, so does that mean I just put at main actor on here? And then it goes away? Oh, okay. That's not so bad. It's just kind of surprising to like put at main actor on like everything. Like, can I put at main actor on here and have that work? Now I have a failed build. What is the build failure? I don't think he spends that much time on it. So I get an error if I put at main actor on there, but it works fine if I put main actor on each function. That's like really gross. His lawyers probably are, though. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, so this needs to be at main actor. Main actor isolated property cannot be used to satisfy. This is an error. Yeah, I'm trying to get the Swift 6. Want me to be? So this needs to be at main actor. It just seems silly to put main actor on like everything. Makes me think I'm like doing it wrong. Yeah, I don't think he's that dumb. So that has that main actor already on it. Cannot be used to satisfy maybe this one? This doesn't have that main actor on it. So what is the error? Add non-isolated to make this instance method not isolated to the actor. Add pre-concurrency to defer isolation checking to runtime. Yeah, the lawsuit seems really silly, but I haven't looked into it. Yeah, I went to meditation twice this past week, and that was really, really helpful. I saw someone say that going to meditation is like brushing your teeth. It's like helps keep your mind clean, like good mind hygiene. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I did feel cleaner after going. It was a half hour sitting, 5 minutes walking, and another half hour sitting for the first time. And the second time was just 1 hour straight. Yeah, once I get going, like, yeah, it's like all of a sudden it's over. I mean, I guess that's how I recorded all these scenery videos. I'm just like standing there looking at the water. It's kind of meditative. So maybe location service shouldn't be main actor isolated. Maybe I should just look at this error message, like, because I'm just like blindly typing stuff in, but I don't actually know what's actually recommended. Oh, where's close other tabs? I fixed this by setting the delegate methods to non-isolated and calling functions within a task. This is one option, but it may not be the best option. This came up in another context recently, so I decided to write my own thoughts about it. Implementing main actor protocol that's not main actor. When adopting Swift 6, it's common to encounter frameworks Where'd OBS go? When adopting Swift 6, it's common to encounter frameworks and libraries that haven't been audited for extendability. I get pinged about this. This is covered really well in the official documentation. Specifically, look at the underspecified protocol section of migrating to Swift 6. I wrote this up as an excuse to get it all straight in my head. Okay, maybe we'll look at that next. One last thing, this is all based on Swift 6 compiler. It's rapidly evolving. Okay. Imagine you're a waffle-o-matic framework that has a waffle varnisher class like this. Waffle varnisher with a delegate. Man, when can we actually put, like, this doesn't actually compile, and that makes me cranky. Because I wish it did. Or wait, does it now? We can put protocols inside of classes now? Oh my god, game over. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god, I've been waiting for this forever. And does it work with enums also? Oh my god. That is great. Okay, that's great news. Thank you, Quinn. Okay, back to the tutorial. Oh, that makes me so happy because I have all these yeah, I guess just even right here. Like I have the idea of a root module and then root module input, root module event tracking, root module interactor, root module interactor output, the UI output. It's like these are all kind of the same guy. What are we doing here? I really don't like prefixes like that. It's not so much the time, although that is nice. It's the philosophical purity or something like that. The elegance. And then you're absolutely sure that the varnisher calls its delegate on the main thread, but the framework hasn't been audited for sendability. When you adopt it in a main actor class, you hit this problem. Cannot be used to satisfy non-isolated protocol requirement. Because yeah, this is exactly why, like, Just say like .delegate, like, yes, please. That's great. That error has 3 fixits, and I don't like any of them. I'll discuss each in turn. When you choose fixit 3, mark the protocol requirement varnished did varnish async to allow actor isolated conformances. The compiler changed the varnished did varnish to be async. Okay. This is a non-starter because of our assumptions that you can't change the waffle-o-matic framework. I guess, for example, the like the core location thing. If you could just add main actor to the delegate and this whole problem goes away. Exactly. Fix it. Apply non-isolated. If you choose fixit 1, add non-isolated. To make this instant method not isolated to the actor, you get this. Yeah, so here's non-isolated. It fixed the original error, but now you have a new one. The protocol method is non-isolated, so it can't access the main actor only last waffle property. You can work around this with assume isolated, but this yields yet another error. Sending waffle risks causing data races. You're now passing the waffle object. It's such a funny example of waffle varnisher. You're now passing the waffle object from a non-isolated context to the main actor isolated context. You can't do that because the object is not sendable. You can't make waffle sendable because you don't own the waffle-o-matic framework. That leaves 2 options. The first is to extract sendable properties from waffle and pass them between the isolation contexts. For example, imagine you only care about the is-glossy property of the last waffle. In that case, you might write the code like this. Was glossy, is glossy. Problem solved. The other option is to disable concurrency checking. There are a variety of ways you might do that. For example, you might apply @precurrency on the import or use @unchecked sendable box to transport the waffle or whatever. I'm not going to discuss these options in detail here because they run counter to the overall goal of Swift concurrency. Exactly. Of course, both these contexts are the same, that is the main actor context. However, the Swift compiler doesn't know that. Remember that the goal of Swift concurrency is to have your concurrency checked at compile time. So it's critical to view errors like this from the perspective of the compiler. Fixit 2, apply pre-concurrency. I mean, I guess I really need Apple to fix their core location guy. And why haven't they? That's like a very popular framework, right? That's why we get iPhones, so that we can be tracked, right? To assume that the delegate methods are called in the appropriate isolation context for this type. In that case, that means the main actor. It inserts runtime checks to these delegate methods to verify that assumption. The key advantage of Fixit 2 over Fixit 1 is that the compiler knows that the delegate callback is isolated to the main actor, so it doesn't complain when you access main actor isolated constructs. It knows you're not smuggling waffles across isolation context. Synchronous results. The advantages of Fixit 2 increase when the delegate protocol includes the methods that return results synchronously. Imagine the waffle varnisher delegate protocol has a second callback like this. The Fixit 2 approach lets you implement that delegate using the state that's isolated to the main actor. In this case, it's possible to solve this with Fixit 1 approach as well, but the code is uglier. However, that doesn't always work if the delegate method returns a non-sendable type. This approach will fail with does not conform to the sendable protocol error. I guess I hear what he's saying, kinda, but I'm not really satisfied with it. I don't like putting main actor on top of everything. I'm going to try putting it here one more time. Call to main actor isolated method locate in a synchronous non-isolated context. Everybody goes on the main actor. I mean, at some point, I do want some stuff to go in the background, right? Like, locating should happen in the background, right? I don't want to block the main thread for that, right? Or is that different? Let's see. I guess we're kind of at 5:30. I'm going to take another 5-minute break here. Let my mind rest a little bit, and I'll be right back. I ended the TikTok live because I don't know, it was getting distracting, or I don't even know why I did, but that's what I did. And it says that my live is longer than live videos made by 94% of creators with a similar following. So that's interesting. I just need to go live 3 more times or 2 more times and I get the full live experience. TikTok live is strange. This is my first time trying it, really. I mean, I had my hand on the keyboard, and coding is like a lot of talking and thinking. It's not much typing, so it's not even like watching fingers move. I don't know. I'm proud of my keyboard, and I want I want to show it off. So I want to show it on stream, but yeah, just showing the keyboard is maybe not it. But I'm glad I tried it out. Maybe next time I'll set up another laptop or something. I'm not sure what to do. Get a second cam and have a keyboard cam. Yeah, that'll be nice. Like stick it over here or here. Yeah, I want to buy a nice camera. Charging will resume when iPhone returns to its normal temperature. Oh my god. Start small. Exactly. Yeah, I took a step. What did Pitbull say? Like, corta vista larga? No, not the dog. Oh my god. I forget how he says small, but it's not pequeño. Oh yeah, paso corto, vista larga. Small steps, long vision. Yeah. Tuke says, for someone working with both Kotlin and Swift, do you find them similar? Yes, they are similar. However, I do like Swift better. Mainly for a lot of reasons, but I really wish you could do, you could like reopen something. Where's an example? Yeah, see like this, like extension, map view, and then a protocol. Like you can't do that in Kotlin. You can do it like one method at a time, but you can't say now it conforms to this protocol. And I just feel like that's so powerful, and I love it so much that for Kotlin not to have it is kind of a real deal breaker for me. Hayden says maybe even use your iPhone cam since that's probs good enough. Yeah, but then I don't have access to my iPhone. Yeah, I need to figure that out. I really wish Discord would let you, it just records one video stream. You can't record like 3 different streams, put them together, and then record 4 streams. I feel like that would be the most interesting for like cutting stuff up for TikTok or something. But I don't know. I guess I don't do much cutting up anyway. I don't think that's the path to growth, is cutting up my live streams for TikTok. I think like promoting the app itself on TikTok is great, and then hanging out with you all here is kind of my for funsies. I don't know. I don't think programming live is gonna change my app, but I don't know. It's fun, and there are subscribers here, so it's not technically worth it, but I have fun, so that part's worth it. Spicy tech rants. Yeah, and then I'm writing tech rants, and that could be cool too. I was talking with some old coworkers about Kubernetes, and they're like, "Oh, you should write a blog post about it." because I guess, one of them works at Google and they're like, they use Kubernetes at Google scale there. And my Kubernetes use is like a lot smaller, obviously. But then I'm like, do I really want to take a day to write a blog post? Like, I could be working on the app. I could be making TikToks about the app. But I have thought about it. Interesting combos. Yeah, I tried to hire someone to try to find interesting stuff from the stream, and it just kind of didn't work out. They just kind of stopped. I don't know what happened. Kubernetes, a thing I avoid. I like Kubernetes. Yeah, I think the way that it's taught could be a little simpler. They start off with the dictionary, like this is a pod. Like that's not how you learn a language. It's by reading the dictionary. But there's not like one way to like use it either. So I think that's why people start with a dictionary, so that when you go to these different ways of using it, you kind of know the basics maybe. I don't know. I like it because I can just put as much stuff on it as I want. If I put stuff on Heroku, it's like you have to pay for each dyno, I think they call them on Heroku. And yeah, that gets expensive really fast for like these tiny little things that I'm doing. What's a DigitalOcean app platform like these days? Because it's probably built on top of their Kubernetes, but like, do you have to pay like per thingy that you put on there? Free tier, 3 apps. Deployment from container registries. Scaling. Oh, so you have like, yeah, you pay like per container, which is like, that would be like a non-starter for how I'm using Kubernetes. Egress APs are $25 per month. Oh my word. I don't know. I find it interesting. Yeah, am I like, did I actually save money with all the time I spent on learning it and tweaking it and writing my scripts for it? Probably not, but I had fun doing it. That is to say, I think we both took viable paths. Oh, right on. Yeah, I used their Kubernetes thing, which is probably what's right under here. That was again one of my ideas of building a Kubernetes like a Heroku type platform for other people to use. So that's basically how I'm using it. Cannot be used to satisfy a non-isolated protocol requirement. Do I want to put this on the main actor? I don't think I do, actually. So who is this? This is the interactor. So can I just wrap this in a task and be done? Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Yeah, and then this is definitely off the main thread, so it's all in Docker containers anyway. Yeah, right on. Oh, I remember the days before Docker. Oh my God. I am very happy with the idea of Docker. Cannot be referenced from extendable closure. Okay, so then how do you suggest I do this? Do I get all tasky here? And what is a detached anyway? I've only used Docker, yeah. Some bare metal stuff. Oh man, there's this tool called Capistrano that would like log into a computer for you, download your Ruby code, and start it up. Wild. We can put a priority on here, it looks like. I think I'm going to have pizza for dinner. I guess it's kind of user initiated, yeah. Yeah, I'm being a bad New Yorker though. Domino's got me into their points system, so I have all these Domino's points. It's like getting Olive Garden in Rome or something. Like, what are you doing? This is so cool. So if locating is already allowed, so instead of this dispatch queue main async, can I say main actor dot run? Maybe. The real question is it better than Chicago's pizza? Well, obviously. I know, that's funny. I definitely have like a split personality about that kind of stuff. So am I supposed to put weak self here? Yeah, okay, there we go. Reference to captured self. Well, what am I supposed to do with it? Do I say weak self again in here? Oh, okay. Whatever, dude. That's cool. So we get out of the dispatch queue land and we're into sort of the main actor land here. What does the detached part do though? That's the part I don't understand. Runs a given non-throwing operation asynchronously. How is that different than a regular task? Don't use a detached task if it's possible to model operation using structured concurrency like feed. Okay. So then just use task. Both sides are selling it to me. I might have to go and try them both. Exactly. Yeah, everything's yummy. Oh, I'd also recommend going to Philly for some cheesesteaks. Skip the tourist spots, just go to a regular spot and get the cheesesteak. Oh my god, that was so good. Had that in the must have been autumn or late summer. Oh, I redid this on Tuesday night. Little compare subscription screen, nice and simple. vNode unlinked? Do you do A/B testing with it? Not yet. Part of me doesn't really believe in A/B testing. What? Oh, that sucks. Unresolvable path. Well, if the path's unresolved, that would do it. I guess I prefer like having a point of view and doing it. And that's gotten me pretty far. Like actually listening to people talking about it. Okay, I guess just restarting it helped. I've seen that happen sometimes in the simulator, and it like really freaks me out each time. Like, did I break my app? So let's see. Did we successfully load default location? Let's put our breakpoint in. We did get here. And yeah, we see Times Square. Cool. And if we comment this all out and we load the app, we should see the top left corner of the map, I believe. No, we see Times Square anyway. Oh, is that because we already loaded it once? So it's just remembering where it loaded last. So then what's this code even doing if we're at Times Squares anyway? Oh, this is when it's trying to locate you. But still, that's weird. Goblins in the code. Main actor. UI stuff is main actor. I've seen some. Oh, I guess I didn't see it. I experienced a startup relying on data way too much, and they couldn't make their own decisions. They had to wait for the data to come in. And then later, talking to like professional startup people, they talked about that. I was like, oh, I lived through that. That's what was happening. They couldn't make decisions for themselves. They had to wait for the data to do anything. And that's like a different way of like abdicating creative responsibility, I guess. So I probably have an extreme view of it too. I don't know. I see that I have a 90% plus subscriber retention rate, and that makes me happy. People that like me stay liking me, and that means a lot to me. That seems to be also happening on Twitch. Also, the folks that have stuck around have like stuck around for a long time. I think that's a good sign. I mean, I do value loyalty, and I feel like I do offer loyalty. Nobody's perfect and all that either. For example, me. But that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream of I'm not going to be perfect when I die. I'm not going to be like I finally got there. Aiden says I should get Tommy here more. He's been super busy at work. The more the merrier, I guess. Yeah, he always seemed super busy even when he was in stream, which is fine. What is it? You can be the sweetest peach and you'll still find people that don't like peaches. So it's fine. You'll find people that really like Chicago pizza. Yeah. Yeah, good for him. Extension declares a conformance to imported type. Yeah, so this is not declared here. This is in iOS app lib, which is kind of a cross-platform lib. And so here in iOS, I want to add that it conforms to application service. So what does @retroactive do? Aiden says, I mean, not good for him. He is super stressed at day job work. Oh, that's a different problem. Yeah, stress is a killer. I guess that Serenity prayer has been really helpful. The things I can control and the things I can't control, and the wisdom to know the difference. What was the actual error message? Because that starts getting weird. This will not behave correctly if the owners of iOS AppLib, me, introduce this conformance in the future. Well, I won't. So what does @retroactive actually do? This guy doesn't like it, it seems. Kind of just skimming that. Let's go back to the search results. The web pages suck. First, close all the pop-ups. Add protocol conformance. The compiler ensures conformance is properly implemented. If you own the type, add the conformance directly instead. When conformance requires significant implementation details. I mean, it's like the iOS app, I allow myself to use UIKit and stuff. I think I'm going to ignore this for now. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Perfect, because my brain is just getting over the edge of being tired. I guess this is all fixing some main actor stuff. Man, days go so by. Days fly by so fast. I guess I'm having a lot of fun, like, each day. I'm doing, like, a lot of stuff that I want. And that feels good. I used to, like, all these things that I wanted to do that I couldn't do. And I guess there's still a lot of things that I want to do. Like, I want to get a nice camera. But I'm still doing, like, a lot of things that I do want to do. Like, live coding on a regular schedule. It's not every day, but it's on a regular schedule. I have a Twitch stream that I check into every day, and that feels good. I've got an app that I'm building that I'm getting more and more positive feedback from it. Yeah, it feels good. Thanks so much for hanging out, Aiden. And yeah, I'm going to mosey on. And I'll see you Monday for the scenery stream. I'm going to slowly get to bed. Perfect timing.